To our neighbors and friends, we come to you today to let you know what's on our hearts. Because you're the reason what we do is so much more meaningful than a job. The reason we believe in the power of investing in tomorrow and the power of community. So this is simply thank you. As we step boldly into a time of growth and change, consider this our promise that every investment in our hospital is an investment in our communities.
The magic of 2020 is upon us.
Get out and experience America's friendliest college town.
Nothing goes better with the perfect wedding gown than the right tuxedo.
Stillwater Bridal Showcase is where you can find everything you need for the wedding of your dreams.
Watch kids and cattle compete for top honors at the Oklahoma Block and Bridal Bonanza Show at the Payne County Expo Center. Wands, potions, mermaids, magical beasts, a live owl, and the OSU Quidditch team.
Just a few of the things that you will encounter at Dragon Alley, the Traveling Magical Literary Festival.
The Cowgirl and Cowboy basketball teams are looking hot this January.
There's no better place to watch the game than right here in Gallagher-Iba Arena. Go Pokes! With Oklahoma's largest wood dance floor experience, Whiskey Myers, Cody West, and more this January at the Tumbleweed Dance Hall.
Don't miss a beat in America's friendliest college town.
Check out our full listing of events at visitstillwater.org.
The Hideaway since 1957. The Hideaway is famous for a lot of things, including their off-the-charts fried mushrooms, incredible service, unbeatable lunch specials, and, of course, the one-of-a-kind pizza. Stillwater's pizza tradition begins and ends here, from the big country to the pizza of the gods. And even the sizes are famous, from the mini personal to the big kahuna. Like us on Facebook for unique offers. Lunch or dinner, dine-in, pickup, or delivery. The Hideaway, 230 South Mount Block, or call 372-4777. More than a restaurant, it's a tradition. Razuk's Drug, everything needed from a pharmacy through every step of life. Does your kid struggle with breathing treatments? Try our character nebulizers to make them a little less scary. Trouble keeping track of your prescriptions? Our convenient dose packs take out the guesswork, offering medication compounding to end-of-life care. Razuk's Drug is here for you and all of your loved ones. Come in for a better look in Medicare Part D enrollment now through December 7th. Get vaccinated or just find the perfect gift at the corner of 9th and Pine, Monday through Friday 8 to 7, Saturday 9 to 2. Razuk's Drug, the whole family's pharmacy.
To our neighbors and friends, we come to you today to let you know what's on our hearts. Because you're the reason what we do is so much more meaningful than a job. The reason we believe in the power of investing in tomorrow and the power of community. So this is simply thank you. As we step boldly into a time of growth and change, consider this our promise that every investment in our hospital is an investment in our communities.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Edition on a Friday. Casey Kenrick along with Kevin Clark.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? The production meeting is over. It was a really good one this morning.
Absolutely.
Everything we were going to get done on the show today was really good.
All the show prep is done.
Yeah, you know, I started this morning. I got about a mile down the road and realized I needed to be driving my wife's car instead of my car. So I had to turn around, go back, get my car, get the keys exchanged, and come into town in her car. And so,
Yeah,
are you the maintenance?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I would be driving my wife's truck today, except I have stuff in my car that I need to throw in the dumpster at work.
So
I'm going to trade cars in the middle of the day.
The funny thing about that is, as I drove back into the garage, which, by the way, after this last little time off, I can finally get 2 cars in my garage. I realized, well, I've got stuff that I need to take to town to throw away, so. So anyway, she gets to drive to town with the old truck and some trash in the back. You got the vehicle. So anyway, but yeah, no. If anything needs to be done to my wife's car, I mean, you'd think it's got the car has leprosy. She's not touching it. Hey, it needs an oil change. The only thing she will is if the tires are low on air.
Yes.
She's taking it to our guys and
She'll
checking
take care
it
of
out.
that.
Because she doesn't want to have a flat.
Yeah.
And when you live on a dirt road,
That's a good thing.
trust me, you have
Yes.
lots of flats. You go through a lot of tires. Something anyway. What else? What else is going on? Anything exciting? Anything we need to know about?
Well, I'm going to spend some time this weekend working on the camper. So,
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So between your camper and your vacation home in Branson, which gets more attention and do you use them for enjoyment more than you work on them?
Yes, mostly. And there are certain times of year when there's some work to be done. For example, leaf season.
Right.
It isn't as bad as it used to be because we took down a bunch of trees.
That's a good idea, yeah.
But there is still leaf season to deal with, and there's every once in a while Karen says, "Okay, we need a power wash," and so we'll go power wash. But most of the time, it's just go down and use the Branson place. The camper, if you're going to keep it on the road and have it running well, and not have flats and not have other problems, you've got to maintain them so you can enjoy your trip.
My grandfather, one of the truly probably the second most godly man I've never known. He was a magnificent man, but he hated trees, and I never understood why he hated trees until I started heading my own place, and you have to weed eat around
Yes.
them.
Oh, yes.
You can't mow, and you have bazillion leaves, and after a while, I just now realize, it took me a while as I got older to realize why Grandpa seems like such a good guy. Why would he not like God's creation of trees? He was not a tree fan. Let's take a look at the weather forecast. The wind's been blowing, and we've had lots of leaves going around all over for sure. Weather brought to you by McDonald's. Here's the current conditions. We've got temperatures right now in the 30s. 39, a little cooler start than we had yesterday with the winds out of the north-northwest at 11. We've got a wind chill of 32. Humidity is at 83%, and visibility is good. Forecast today, we're going to see some more partly cloudy skies, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Partly cloudy skies with a high today of 55 with a low tonight of 29. Winds will continue to keep things feeling cooler than it actually is as they continue out of the north-northwest at about 13 to 15 miles an hour. And again, continue a little bit breezy this morning. We'll look at that extended forecast in just a little bit. Tell us about our guests.
Ruth Cavins is here from United Way of Payne County, and they've hit their goal, and they're all excited.
Well, we were
She's
talking
almost
about
giddy.
Yeah, well, I don't blame her. The thermostats are bursting, and that's always a good thing when you get a chance to see that. Let's take a quick break. We'll find out more about that, who they're going to help, and what great causes that money will be used for. Let's take a time out. Weather brought to you by our friends at McDonald's. We're back with the morning edition right after this.
Hi, Casey Kendrick along with Tom Dorado, inviting you to join us for Out of Bounds Weekly, Tom, from guys like Mike Boynton, Jim Littell. We've talked to basketball coaches, football coaches. We talked to softball coaches. Nobody is off the radar on this show.
No, and hopefully they want to come on as much as we want to have them on. We have a good time with it. It gives you an opportunity to get behind their program. They tell you things that you maybe might not see in the newspapers or whatever. And we just have a good time on this show. It's expanded over the years for sure. Not time-wise, but we've expanded the scope. How's that sound? The scope has been expanded.
If you want to see the expanded scope, you can really see it Tuesday mornings at 10 o'clock, because Tuesday mornings we do a show called Out of Bounds Raw. And it is nothing but the ugliness of putting a show together.
Oh, the ugliness.
It's a lot of fun seeing that show. Then the edited versions are Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, and Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. It is Out of Bounds from our Oklahoma Ag Credit Studios, only here on TV 31.
The McCafe is now featuring cold brew coffee and cold brew frappes. Face the day with a cold brew coffee from the McCafe with a rich cold brew coffee blended with ice for a creamy frozen drink that's colder than cold brew. Or refresh with a cold, creamy frappe. We start with a cold brew coffee, blended ice, and topped with whipped cream and rich chocolate drizzle for a great anytime frozen treat. McDonald's in Stillwater, Perkins, Perry, and Cushing. I'm loving it.
Charlie's Discount Drug, where we know our customers by name. Oh, yeah. Charlie's Discount Drug.
are back with Ruth Cavins, who is the Executive Director of United Way of Payne County.
Good morning.
And we're glad to have you here.
Good to be here.
You and I used to talk a long time ago when you were with CASA and
Yes.
when you were with the Wondertorium.
Yes.
And it's great to talk to you in this role.
Well, I think I have nonprofit addiction, maybe. I have found that this is a great way to use the talents and skills that I have and serve the community. So here I am.
Great. Well, congratulations on hitting your goal.
Thank you. Very excited.
The goal was?
$950,000, which as a new director, I started in July. And, you know, I'm coming in to fill the shoes, if that's even possible, of Sherry Carter, who'd been there for
about
10
decade.
years.
Yeah.
So no pressure. But this team is amazing. The board is an incredible group of people, and Sherry had set up a really good system. So she set me up for success, and we're thrilled that we met our $950,000 goal, and now we've already begun planning for next year.
And you told me a while ago it's a very large board.
It is. We are actually, we'll have 12 new board members coming on in January, and our board will be 36 members this year. So that's that's the largest board that I have ever worked for. But it's really neat. We've got people from all over Payne County and a cross-section of work experience and life experience and age range and diversity. So it's neat to get to know that many amazing people.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations on hitting the goal.
Thanks.
And you've obviously not set next year's goal yet.
We have
to
not.
come.
It's interesting. We have an allocations process every year. So we have 21 agencies that we fund through United Way, and each of those agencies has to complete a grant application every single year. So the allocations process happens in the spring, and that's how we determine what the goal will be for next year. It's based on what the needs are of the community.
All right, very good. So we'll hear about that goal sometime in the next few months.
Yes, it's coming. We're already working on it.
Okay, all right, very good. And you had something specific you wanted to talk about, so let's be sure we do that.
Yes, so we have been contacted by Oklahoma Mission of Mercy, and they are going to be hosting a dental clinic, a free dental clinic in February. It will be February 7th and 8th. That's a Friday and a Saturday. And it's a first come, first serve. So anybody who has dental needs, from something very basic to pretty extensive dental needs, can come. You will have to stand in line, and it could be hours before you are seen. But all of these services are going to be provided 100% free of charge, no questions asked, no identification needed. You know, it's just a great opportunity for people to come together. They anticipate serving 2,500 people through this dental clinic over this 2-day period. They need volunteers. They have all of the medical staff and the support staff to actually do the dental procedures, but they need people to help, you know, make the rest of it happen. When you're coordinating that many volunteers and that many people coming into a single location, you need a lot of helpers. Right. And so they are asking for people to go to www.OK. Oh, you probably can't even see that, but Mission of Mercy. If you go to okmom.org, you can get all of the information about this event, and there is a link there for our location so that you can sign up to volunteer. They're looking for groups of people. So I know that especially living in a college community, you have groups that want to volunteer, and sometimes it's hard to find an opportunity for a big group of people to all volunteer at the same time. So groups can volunteer, children can volunteer if they're with their adults. And so again, that's another kind of special thing that you can do with your family, to really see what the need is within the community and to serve the community. And often it's hard to find a place that you can do that with little kids. So sign up. You can volunteer with your family for this event. Great.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about United Way of Payne County after this word from some of our sponsors. Okay.
The magic of 2020 is upon us.
Get out and experience America's friendliest college town.
Nothing goes better with the perfect wedding gown than the right tuxedo.
Stillwater Bridal Showcase is where you can find everything you need for the wedding of your dreams.
Watch Kids and Cattle compete for top honors at the Oklahoma Block and Bridal Bonanza Show at the Payne County Expo Center. Wands, potions, mermaids, magical beasts, a live owl, and the OSU Quidditch team.
Just a few of the things that you will encounter at Dragon Alley, the Traveling Magical Literary Festival.
The Cowgirl and Cowboy basketball teams are looking hot this January.
There's no better place to watch the game than right here in Gallagher-Iba Arena. Go Pokes! with Oklahoma's largest wood dance floor experience. Whiskey Myers, Cody West, and more this January at the Tumbleweed Dance Hall.
Don't miss a beat in America's friendliest college town.
Check out our full listing of events at visitstillwater.org.
Where do you go for computer help? Gigabytes. Gigabyte staff are experts in virus removal, software updates, and faster running computers. Gigabytes also provides small business support and network support, including websites. And they do laptop screen replacements, and they do all kinds of cosmetic repairs as well. Whatever your computer needs, they are the ones that can provide you with the answers and solutions to get you up and running. Gigabytes, 918 South Main, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, or call 533-1715. The Hideaway since 1957. The Hideaway is famous for a lot of things, including their off-the-charts fried mushrooms, incredible service, unbeatable lunch specials, and of course the one-of-a-kind pizza. Stillwater's pizza tradition begins and ends here, from the big country to the pizza of the gods. And even the sizes are famous, from the mini personal to the big kahuna. Like us on Facebook for unique offers, lunch or dinner, dine-in, pickup, or delivery. The Hideaway, 230 South Mount Block, or call 372-4777. More than a restaurant, it's a tradition.
Do you take multiple routine prescriptions for medical conditions such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, COPD, asthma, or arthritis? Are you tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month to pick up refills of all your medications? Tiger Drug has a new, easy, convenient, and free synchronized refill program for you. We will work with your insurance so that your meds will all be available on your refill date so that there will be no waiting. Call one of our friendly staff members and ask how you can join the synchronized refill program at 405-372-7900 or stop by at 825 South Walnut. And be sure to ask about our vaccination program. Tiger Drug in Stillwater, where the customer comes first.
You know, this is a show that is, you know, the whole new concept, TV 31 on 1. And I want to go deep, but I don't know if I want to go that deep.
Tell our parents, you know, thanks for the help with the education. We're going to open a bar. Not very many people know this.
That's why I love this show.
We are back with Ruth Cavins from United Way of Payne County, and during the break we were talking about what happens with the extra money when you go over goal.
Well, when we're fortunate enough to reach goal and then exceed goal, as we're kind of in that point right now, we have a system in place that nonprofit organizations can apply for additional grant money for capital or technology needs. And so last year, Mission of Hope got box springs and mattresses for the shelter, and Stillwater Group Homes was able to make one of the kitchens in one of their homes more handicap accessible by extending the cabinet, or the counter, and adding cabinets. Payne County Youth Services got some playground equipment for their property, and CASA and the Seville Center both got computers, additional computers to use for their staff.
Do they have to be partner agencies, or can any nonprofit
They don't.
apply?
Any nonprofit can apply. They do have to be a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So I think that historically they have been agencies that are funded through United Way, but it's designed so that the money can be used for any nonprofit in the community.
Is this standard within United Way, or is this something that Payne County does?
You know, I'm new to United Way.
Well, you've been there 6 months.
So I only know about 6 months. I have my windows about 6 months wide. But I think that it is something that a lot of United Ways do. It's obviously it's a great way to use those dollars in the way that's intended and still within mission and on point for the organization. So it's a great opportunity. The dollars aren't huge usually, but you know, $2,000 can go a long way in a nonprofit that has a very small budget. So it can be very helpful.
Okay, all right. So your partner agencies, how many
Yes.
are there? And it's sort of a wide, divergent group of agencies.
It certainly is. We have 21 agencies that are United Way program funds, and they serve all of Payne County. So it's not just Stillwater. We do serve all of the residents within this community. In fact, 1 in 3 Payne County residents is served by a United Way agency. So if you're not using the services of a United Way agency, you probably know somebody that is, or you have referred somebody to them. Our agencies serve as a safety net throughout the community because all of us are just, either a bad decision or a life circumstance away from needing some of the services that are provided here. So, our agencies serve a lot of residents within our community. And they serve a wide range. United Way Worldwide's mission is to alleviate poverty and assist with education and health. So all of the agencies that we support have something or multiple things to do with those 3 tenets.
Okay, all right. You want to go through some of them just to sort of highlight where the money goes?
Sure, we can. Of course, CASA
Yes.
is near and dear to my heart. CASA recruits volunteers to advocate for children who have been abused and neglected and are in the foster care system. Wings of Hope is a domestic violence shelter here in Stillwater that serves not just Payne County, their reach is even beyond that. Mission of Hope, Drug Court, Stillwater Group Homes, Empower, the Seville Center. There's a wide reach. You can look at all of those agencies on our website, UnitedWayPayneCounty.org, and the descriptions of each of those agencies on our website also has a link to those agencies. And I'm kind of putting out a challenge this year to people. This is the time of the year that people say, I want to do something. I want to give back to my community. And so I'm challenging people to go to our website, read through those descriptions, and find one that kind of speaks to you or pulls on your heartstrings and adopt them. So that adoption can mean just read about them, learn about them, follow them, like them on Facebook. It can mean finding out what they need and helping to support those needs. It could be supporting their staff. Show up with cookies, once a month or something like that. There are lots of ways that we can support the nonprofit agencies within our community beyond just writing a check. And we need our community to do that. Day of Caring is a big event that United Way puts on every year, and what I love about it is that it gets everyday people to stop for just a little bit and to recognize that there are needs within the community that they might not know about, and then to get a really close, in-depth connection with those agencies as they're pulling weeds or lawn mowing or painting or repairing something at those agencies. And what we find is that those people become more engaged with those agencies because of that experience, and that benefits everybody.
Okay, we've got to go to break, but how many agencies are there in your
We have
organization?
21 agencies.
All right, very good. Ruth, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
It's good to see you again. So
Yes.
we will return after this word for some of our sponsors, looking at extended forecast to take us into the weekend right after this. Terrific.
The magic of 2020 is upon us.
Get out and experience America's friendliest college town.
Nothing goes better with the perfect wedding gown than the right tuxedo.
Stillwater Bridal Showcase is where you can find everything you need for the wedding of your dreams.
Watch kids and cattle compete for top honors at the Oklahoma Block and Bridal Bonanza Show at the Payne County Expo Center. Wands, potions, mermaids, magical beasts, a live owl, and the OSU Quidditch team.
Just a few of the things that you will encounter at Dragon Alley, the Traveling Magical Literary Festival.
The Cowgirl and Cowboy basketball teams are looking hot this January.
There's no better place to watch the game than right here in Gallagher-Iba Arena. Go Pokes! With Oklahoma's largest wood dance floor experience, Whiskey Myers, Cody West, and more this January at the Tumbleweed Dance Hall.
Don't miss a beat in America's friendliest college town.
Check out our full listing of events at visitstillwater.org.
Where do you go for computer help? Gigabytes. Gigabyte staff are experts in virus removal, software updates, and faster running computers. Gigabytes also provides small business support and network support, including websites. And they do laptop screen replacements, and they do all kinds of cosmetic repairs as well. Whatever your computer needs, they are the ones that can provide you with the answers and solutions to get you up and running. Gigabytes, 918 South Main, open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, or call 533-1715. The Hideaway since 1957. The Hideaway is famous for a lot of things, including their off-the-charts fried mushrooms, incredible service, unbeatable lunch specials, and of course the one-of-a-kind pizza. Stillwater's pizza tradition begins and ends here, from the big country to the pizza of the gods. And even the sizes are famous, from the mini personal to the big kahuna. Like us on Facebook for unique offers, lunch or dinner, dine-in, pickup, or delivery. The Hideaway, 230 South Knobloch, or call 372-4777. More than a restaurant, it's a tradition.
Do you take multiple routine prescriptions for medical conditions such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, COPD, asthma, or arthritis? Are you tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month to pick up refills of all your medications? Tiger Drug has a new, easy, convenient, and free synchronized refill program for you. We will work with your insurance so that your meds will all be available on your refill date so that there will be no waiting. Call one of our friendly staff members and ask how you can join the Synchronized Refill Program at 405-372-7900 or stop by at 825 South Walnut. And be sure to ask about our vaccination program. Tiger Drug in Stillwater, where the customer comes first.
You know, this is a show that is, you know, the whole new concept, TV 30 one-on-one. And I want to go deep, but I don't know if I want to go that deep.
Tell our parents, you know, thanks for the help with the education. We're going to open a bar.
Not very many people know this.
That's why I love this show.
TV 31 is your local station. For coverage of news, weather, sports, and entertainment, stay tuned to TV 31. Here's what's coming up tonight.
Welcome back. Casey Kendrick along with Mr. Kevin Clark. We were just talking about weekend plans and what's going on. What's the weather going to be like this weekend? We'll take a look at that. Brought to you this morning by McDonald's.
The McCafe is now featuring cold brew coffee and cold brew frappes. Face the day with a cold brew coffee from the McCafe with a rich cold brew coffee blended with ice for a creamy frozen drink that's colder than cold brew. Or refresh with a cold creamy frappe. We start with a cold brew coffee, blended ice, and topped with whipped cream and rich chocolate drizzle for a great anytime frozen treat. McDonald's in Stillwater, Perkins, Perry, and Cushing. I'm loving it.
Live look outside this morning. A little bit cloudy, a little bit cool as the sun tries to make its way up on Stillwater this morning. 39 feels like 32 with north-northwest winds in double digits this morning. 83% humidity. Visibility is good. Forecast today, partly cloudy skies, 55. Again, much like it was yesterday. A little bit cooler feeling, though, because of the winds out of the north-northwest at 13 miles an hour. Low tonight of 29. Extended forecast will shape up this way. 54 for tomorrow. Good-looking weekend. 58 on Sunday. Lots of sunshine on Saturday and Sunday. More sunshine on Monday. A little bit cooler on Tuesday as those lows drift below freezing back and forth. We are in winter, and we've got some pretty good-looking weather, but some cool nights coming our way. There's your forecast brought to you by McDonald's. We were just talking about the weekend plans. Cowgirl basketball tomorrow. Cowgirls are 9-3. They just beat Duquesne by 43 points, and that was a game that they really thought was going to be a good game, and they went out and dominated it, and Kansas comes in here undefeated. So 12-0, I think, on the season. So I'm actually going to slide over to ESPN Plus for that game tomorrow, and looking forward to that call as the Cowgirls get their Big 12 season underway, and the Cowboys are going to be headed down to Lubbock, Texas for theirs. Meanwhile, you're going to be out in the driveway enjoying some warm weather, getting some work done?
I am. I'm going to be changing tires and packing wheel bearings on the camper.
Sounds like a splendid day.
It will be a good day.
It's all good. Coming up next week on the show.
We're going to kick it off Monday with Visit Stillwater. On Tuesday, we're going to have the Stillwater Frontier Rotary Winterfest Trivia Challenge. It's going to be our first annual event. On Wednesday, Mayor Joyce will be here for the city of Stillwater. Thursday, we're going to talk about short-term rentals in Stillwater. And on Friday, we'll have Speff here talking about their Bowl Fest.
Very good. A lot of things coming up, and the new year is certainly underway. 2020 is upon us. Hopefully, you'll have a great weekend on your first weekend of 2020, and we'll catch you right back here next week. Appreciate the folks from United Way being here. Appreciate Ruthie being here. Appreciate you guys being here as well. For Kevin Clark, I'm Casey Kendrick. Have a great weekend. See you next time on the Morning Edition. Hi, Casey Kendrick along with Kevin Clark, inviting you to join us back here next week. We've got a full lineup of guests.
We do. We're going to kick it off Monday with Visit Stillwater. Tuesday, the first annual Stillwater Frontier Rotary Winterfest Trivia Challenge. There's a mouthful. Wednesday, Mayor Joyce will be here. Thursday, we're going to talk about short-term rentals here in Stillwater. And we'll end up the week with the Stillwater Public Education Foundation's Bowl Fest.
We'll talk about all that and more, plus your weather forecast. What's it going to do? Starting to cool off by midweek. We've got that and more for you. It's the Morning Edition, live at 7 a.m. with replays 8 in the morning, 12:30 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evenings from our Houck Agency studios. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you back here for the Morning Edition, only on TV 31.